Lately, your finances took a downward turn, or maybe it's been like that for a while. All you know is you're starting to have a physical manifestation. You can't sleep, you can't think straight, you're extremely stressed. And I'm here to tell you that you're not alone. Research says that the majority of Americans, well over 70%, live paycheck to paycheck. And even more so, that when we're struggling financially, we have physical manifestations in other ways within our life. So, what do you do when you're overwhelmed with your finances but don't know the next steps to take? That's what I want to stop and talk about today. Maybe you recently lost your job and you're struggling with trying to make ends meet. Maybe you recently went through a life change like a divorce or a foreclosure and the debt is all the way up to your eyelids and you just can't think straight. Maybe you've just kind of been struggling with budgeting in general and don't know where to begin. Well, let me tell you, when we try to address finances, it cannot be a one and done. Choosing to walk down the correct financial path and choosing to make intentional decisions about your money is a decision you have to make every single day. Because the truth is, every day you'll be tempted to spend in ways that don't directly align with your goal. And so in order to really be able to move forward and to make healthy decisions with your finances, you got to understand that you got to be in this for the long haul. You got to understand that this isn't just a race, it's actually a marathon. And when you first grasp that concept, then you'll be ready to take the following steps. The first step is to determine what part of your money story is most frustrating. Is it the debt? Is it the lack of savings? Is it the lack of you don't have enough money at the end after paying all of your bills? What part of your story is frustrating you the most? And then I want you to take a moment and ask yourself, what do you believe about that story? Do you believe that you're a victim to your money story? Do you believe that you can't change anything about it? Do you believe that this is normal and that this is the only thing that life has to offer? What do you believe about your story? I know that question may seem weird, but the reality is our life is a reflection of our beliefs. If you believe that this is normal, you'll normalize it. If you believe that, oh, well, it's me, you'll be stuck in victim mentality. But if you believe that this is a temporary situation that you can implement a fix in, you'll start to make shifts and changes to start making those fixes that you need to be able to accomplish the financial goal that you want to accomplish. Which brings me to step number 3. What is your goal? What do you hope to accomplish financially? After you identify your big goal, I want you to talk about it. A big mistake that I think that people make when it comes to money is that we're silent. We don't talk about our struggles. We don't talk about our successes. We don't talk about our losses. We don't talk about our wins. We're just quiet about it because quiet feels safe. Safe because we don't have to let anybody know we're struggling or we don't have to let anybody know if we're doing well. We can just keep it all quiet. And I'm a firm believer that if we talk about it, we're able to actually confront it. I know for me, one of the things that I have made a regular practice is talking to my daughters about money, even at an early age. Because I don't want it to be something that they avoid. I don't want it to be a sensitive subject. I want them to know that money is very real and that we have to make intentional decisions if we want to have a healthy money story and a healthy outcome in our life. So find somebody that you can talk to about it. Is it an accountability partner, somebody who can maybe help you save if that's your original goal? Is it hiring a coach that can support you on the journey? Is it getting in an accountability or support group of people that are trying to recover their finances? Find somebody who can support you on the journey and talk about it. That'll take a lot of the pressure off of you of trying to hold it all inside and internalizing that overwhelm. Now I want you to do a financial audit. Now, this is something that probably will take a little bit of time, but at a very basic level, you can literally look at the money you have coming in and you can look at the money that you have going out. And then you can kind of weigh them out. Like, what money do I have coming in and how can I increase more of this? And what money do I have going out and how can I reduce some of this? So as far as money coming in, maybe it's like you can sell certain things in your home. You could pick up a part-time job. You can monetize your passion through blogging or online course creation or podcasting or anything like that. Through money going out, you can determine, do I really need to do carry out that many days a week? Maybe I need to tell my friend I don't want to do happy hour anymore. Maybe you cut off your cable or minimize your cell phone bill to the lowest plan. There are a lot of ways that you can address money, but again, if you don't confront it head on, you can't do it. And that's why I call it a financial audit, because you're able to look at both aspects of your money, really weigh it out. Are you bringing in more than you're spending? For most people, you're probably spending more than you're bringing in. And so in turn, you have to start making shifts and changes with those finances. Now, I just talked about a financial audit, and that can be extremely overwhelming because it's like maybe you have a long-term plan to bring in more money. You want to create an online course and you're like, that'll take me a little bit of time. But in the meantime, we all need little wins. I believe that when I've worked with my clients one-on-one, when they have those small wins over time, they're able to progressively build into bigger wins. And so maybe if your savings goal is you want to save 3 months of living expenses, it could be, you know what, I just want to save $5 consistently for the next month. What is one small goal that you can identify related to your big financial goal that you can start making steps on today? Sometimes we have these big goals, and I am a huge advocate for big goals, but in order to get to big goals, you got to take small steps to get there. So what small win can you go after today that will ultimately lead to the big goal? If you want to pay down $1,000 of debt, maybe you start off with paying $10 a debt. It all begins somewhere. There's an old quote that's like, how do you eat an elephant? And the premise of the quote is like, obviously we don't eat elephants, but it's like, how do you take a big, bite of something? And the reality is we apply this to our goals, right? This same idea. How do you take a big bite of something? You do it one bite at a time. So how do you take a big chunk out of your goals, right? How do you take a big step towards your goals? One thing at a time. Don't try to overwhelm yourself, because shifting the way you spend money, shifting the way you think about money, shifting the way you earn money is a total shift. And so it requires a lot. And so it begins with just small steps that help you get to the big picture goal. Because shifting the way you think about money, the way you spend money, the way you earn money is a big life overhaul, one step in the process that's really important is to take care of yourself. And not only take care of yourself physically, but take care of yourself mentally as well. A lot of times we can be our own worst enemies when it comes to money, right? We can say, oh, I should have known better not to spend all of that money, or I shouldn't have let this person talk me into this, or I'm so stupid, or whatever it may be. And here's the reality. Your subconscious mind is so powerful. And so it's taking all of those things and it's instilling them into your life. And so you adopt these beliefs and these passive thoughts as if they're reality. So when you say, I'm so stupid and I'm not good with money, guess what happens? You begin to believe that. You begin to internalize that. And guess what happens even worse? It reflects in the actions and the choices that you're making regarding money. The same goes for if you say positive things. So if you speak positive things over your life, I'm intentional about the way that I spend money. I spend money in a healthy manner. I spend money in a well thought through way. I'm not resentful of my money habits, those sort of things. When you start to speak those positive things, you'll also notice that those reflect in your life as well. So I want you to be kind to yourself mentally, but also physically as well. A lot of times when we're having money problems or money struggles, it manifests in external situations. And so you can't sleep, you can't think, and all of that. So take care of yourself. Make sleep a priority. Take time to meditate or do yoga or really take care of your body, because the more you take care of your body, the better you can present yourself when it comes to fighting against something that you want to work past, right? So when you have to present yourself, you have to present yourself to present a new product that you'd like to sell because you want to increase your income. You want to be your best. And in order to be your best, you got to take care of yourself. Or when you're getting ready to tackle your budget, the last thing you want to do is be malnourished and not have slept well and lacking focus. That's also going to reflect in the budget when in your budget and when you work on it. So you got to take care of yourself mentally and physically as well in order to be able to address your money struggles and your money frustrations appropriately. Finally, the last step is to be patient with the process. You are not going to make a total financial overhaul in your life overnight. That much I can promise you. Those who make really good choices with finances have practiced it over and over and over again, and they have systems and they have habits in place that help them to be successful. So you cannot expect that you had all these bad habits that you've done for 10, 20, 30, 50 or more years to just shift like that. So you got to be patient with yourself in the process. There may be some days that you do really, really well, and then there may be some days where you fall short. That's okay. Each day is an opportunity to reflect, to learn, and to move forward. No matter where your financial stress has come from, whether it was you were really good with money at one point and just had a life situation that knocked you down, whether it's that you've always kind of struggled with money, maybe it's some things that happened in childhood that you've carried over into adulthood, no matter where your financial stress, overwhelm, and frustration has stemmed from, it can be fixed and adjusted. Even though it may feel like life is over, you're under so much pressure that you'll never be able to recover from where you're at, I'm here to tell you that you can. All you got to do is take the first step, like we discussed today, and start choosing to make decisions every day that align with your overall financial goal. I am here to encourage you, to let you know that I believe in you and that you're not alone on this journey. So I wish you nothing but success moving forward. And I just want to take a moment and honor the fact that you showed up today, that you showed up for yourself. Making this decision today is something that your future self is going to thank you for. So I'm giving you a virtual round of applause, and my hat's off to you. So amazing job today. I hope that you guys have an awesome day. And until next time, I will chat with you later.